what do you make of the? I want to just kind of like let's look at the whole Epstein debacle as a whole, and where do you think? I'm gonna go to Gothix first. Where do you think we go from here? Where are you on? Are we getting documents? Where are you on the influencers who appear to be bought and sold now, bought and paid for in exchange for access? What does this mean for independent media and like the mega movement? What are your thoughts on everything that happened in the last 24 hours with the fake, the document disaster and all the fallout?
That's a lot of questions. I will try to unpack them one by one. First of all, personally, I don't really care about the Epstein files because it's done. And I think we should move forward. And I feel like, to me, it looks like a giant distraction. That's my entire timeline is Epstein files, Epstein files. I'm like, there are other things that I think people should worry about. That's my take. As far as like, shit, what was your other question?
I was asking what you made of like.
Disagree more.
I know. Well, Luke, you'll get your chance. You'll get your chance.
And I understand your reasoning. I understand that, but I don't think uncovering the Epstein files are going to get rid of the pedophiles, because this is a moral issue, and this is something that's prevalent in all industries, whether it's government or whatever. You're always going to find it. So you have to address that problem. Otherwise, you're just going to have it just fester and take root again. And so I think it's like delaying the inevitable, I think.
Well, we'll agree to disagree on that.
Okay, good. Fine.
Do we'll make this. What do you make? Yeah. What do you make of like the trustworthiness of right-wing media now, with the fact that so many people were willing to just be pawns for this, this media op that was very clearly bunk from the minute these people got the files and opened them. They knew it was bunk, and they're out here saying we weren't posing for photos. And then you scroll up a little bit on their timeline, and there's a bunch of photos with them holding up the binder. I shared a photo that basically should destroy the credibility of Jack Posobiec and DC Drano and all these people, where I don't know if I showed you this, but like they all literally said the exact same thing. And now they're in the reply saying that there was no like we weren't told what to say, but they all said the exact same thing within like a few minutes of each other.
Yeah.
What do you make of this? The POSOs, and I happen to be blackpilled on it. I don't think anyone's going to give a damn because they clearly don't. But what do you think this means for kind of independent media going forward? Because there's a pretty big black mark, I think.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw the copy pasta of all these things, to me, it looks sus. I'm not convinced that these people are necessarily bought and paid for. I think they got duped into participating. That's why I asked earlier if you think there was any value of handing over these supposed documents to influencers. I think personally, it has some value, because if they're going to do a press release, let's just say that the documents were actually in there, nothing was redacted. If they were going to do a press release, and if we're actually going to be transparent, it would be nice to know that other people have copies of the same thing, but clearly that's not what they got. So I do question why, once they got the binders, they didn't just immediately report like, hey, there's literally nothing inside this. Instead of doing a photo op, which is cringe in itself because of what's in, what is this related to?
Yeah.
So the whole thing just seems odd. And I wonder if maybe there was some agreement that, hey, you're going to wait for us to deliver, us as in the government, us to deliver this information via press conference before you, otherwise you're not going to be let back in the White House. Or I don't know, maybe there's something
that definitely happened. That definitely happened. But here's what you do. If you have a spine, you say, fine, don't let me back in. And you go live and you say, this is a huge nothing burger. We were duped. And the White House said, if I told you this, they'll never let me back in. Not one person did. I guarantee you Luke Rudkowski would have done that.
Immediately,
I guarantee you.
Where's the document? Where's the name? Give us something. There's nothing of meat here. What the f are we doing here? Why am I even here? This should be something that we should push. What can I do to help you get this list right now? And I wouldn't be coming out of that meeting happy, cheery, knowing that it's a big nothing burger, because that's what they told them. Pam Bondi told them, hey, this is nothing new. I would have been like, are you kidding me? Excuse me.
Why did I fly to this
no.
shithole, DC?
Yeah. If anyone knows where the skeletons are buried, I know some of the skeletons. Let me help you guys out right now. Right now. Side note, we're going to the side. Let's go. Let's sit down and let's examine this step by step by step. Let's look at the agents that interviewed the child victims in the 90s. Let's talk to them, subpoena them right now. Sit down. Let's go. Let's get some real justice here. Let's find out who's calling the shots here.
Let's talk to Comey's daughter. Let's talk to, and by the way, I'm not saying that you agree with that, Gothix. It was just my attempt at a segue. Like, that's my biggest disappointment in these people is not that they went there because, boy, that's got to feel cool and special.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that they were like, and none of them were like, yo, this is a nothing burger. Not a single one.
Eventually.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. But I
Eventually,
don't think these people are bad people. I think they dropped the ball. And now a lot of people are going to look at them with skepticism now.
Yeah. What do you think about the kind of the same line of questions, Luke? Unload. Like, give yourself some therapy here. What do you make of the debacle? Yeah.
No, it's just a black eye for everybody, including those people. Some of those people did great work. Some of those people are important people, and it gives them a black eye, and it's sad that the situation unfolded like it did, and to me, it's just a lose-lose situation. Everyone lost here. No one won.
Yeah.
And I think the American people now understanding that they're never going to get any kind of legitimate answers here is really just an insult. And there's a lot of egg on the face of a lot of these guys, and a lot of egg on everyone else's face. But I wish I would have been there.
I know for a fact you would not have. You would have blown the whistle immediately.
I would have been kicked out probably faster than Zelensky.
Yeah. I know for a fact you would have been
respectful about it. I wouldn't have been a dick about it. I would have.
Well, I think Tucker would have done it too.
Interrupted. I would have been very nice, but I would have been like, okay, I know more. I know more here. All right. I know more. Let's sit down here, and then I would have nicely and calmly been like, your lives are at danger. Okay. Yeah. Children are going to be raped here if we allow this one to be swept under the rug here. Okay. You cannot allow this to happen. Okay, you're sending in a letter. That I would have been like, Pam, that letter's nothing. Okay, it's a letter. Republicans are known for strongly worded letters. Where's the prosecution charges? Where's the threat? Where is the power behind this letter? Okay, let's add something here. Let's read the letter. Okay, let's add something here. Let's name names. Let's put people on the spot. Let's get them in here. Call a press conference. I'll be a part of it. I'll help you. I'll work for free. Let's make this happen.
Yeah. I mean, they did. Why couldn't they do what they did with Zelensky? Like, literally get those FBI people in a live stream and be like, what's up? Where are the files?
Yeah.
Where are the files? Where are the files, bro? Where are the files?
Yeah.
Where are the files,
Trump
bro?
needs to understand his life is in danger. Pam Bondi needs to understand her life is in danger. All of these people's lives are in danger. They don't realize it. And I don't know why. And that's the seriousness of the situation.
Yeah, I can't I can't fault any of these influencers. I'm gonna dunk on them, especially the ones that are like, go to my exclusive live stream, like Poso, and Liz Wheeler, who are like, I'm gonna go on all these TV shows and talk about how I'm exclusive. They all kind of basically said, hey, I'm for sale now. I'm not saying that like Luke said, I'm not saying they should have like thrown the binders back in their face, but they should have walked out immediately and went live and be like, guys, this is a nothing burger. We got duped. There's nothing in these files, but not one of them did it. And that makes every story they break going forward suspect. I know I'm not your average, Joe when it comes to following, because like DC Drano got 50,000 new followers. So normies don't care. They think it's cool. Fine. I can't change normies. But, everyone that's here watching, hopefully every Monday through Friday at 1 Eastern, I hope that they, see, I'm not saying everything that these guys say going forward is, wrong or bought and paid for, but I'm going to look at it a little different. I'm going to think a little, people saying, DC Jenner replies, nobody told us what to say. That's a quote on the front of the binder. That does not dismiss the fact that all of you tweeted the exact same thing. Like, are you saying like the bad look? But I'm more with Luke here. Gothix is completely late and gay on this.
It's because you're racist.
Right. Yeah. I should have known a black would say this. But I mean, I understand the overall sentiment. It just does not defeat evil from like a moral standpoint or from a practical standpoint. But I think by what we realize today is, Trump is not in control of the intelligence agency. We realize that we never were going to get anything on the Epstein files. Trump is going to come out in a couple of days and be like, they deleted everything and it's going to be over. I hate to just, that's now like, I'm going to make myself a martini in an hour and I'm going to sip it and I'm going to look out on the patio because it's 50 degrees here today before it gets cold again. And I'm going to tell myself that it's just over and we're never getting anything because that's true.
Yeah, that's the realization. That's the hard truth. I'm not going to placate and bullcrap my people that have been watching me about something that I want to happen. Yeah. Clearly this is a big ask. This is something that, we were promised, we were campaigning for, and the bad guys have one-upped us, and we got to stop them before they create more damage and harm to our society.
If nothing else, I say right now, then I am now in 100. If I wasn't before, I can now firmly say I'm 100% in favor of disbanding the FBI completely. Like that is the only way you're going to root this out is by shutting the agency down completely and near immediately. If they didn't preserve evidence, we now know for a fact that they deleted it as a silver lining. Then disband the entire thing and shut it down immediately. Yeah. Because then that alone could help stop this from happening in the future. No CIA, no FBI, gone. Because we now know that you don't work for us. We now have evidence. A lot of people like Luke have known. But yeah, someone wrote, Jeremy can sit alone and have a good Epstein documents cry later. Yeah, basically, like